Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and this is Mehjabin. Today we are going to examine the political causes of the revolt of 1857. British historians refer to it as the Sepoy Mutiny, while the Indian historians define it as the First War of Independence. The Battle of Plassey occurred in the year 1757. Over the course of the next 100 years, the British established their power over most parts of the Indian soil. However, as they focused on expansion over Indian territories, they applied unfair, exploitative and tyrannical policies which angered the Indian people. They were not at all satisfied with the political, economic, social and religious policies adopted by the British because they led to poverty and intense suffering of the people. Between 1757 and 1857, there were several mass protests and uprisings against the British in different parts of India. However, these sporadic rebellions could not shake the roots of the British rule in India. This was because the unrests were localized and were easily curbed by the British. Yet, the resentment continued to simmer amongst the Indian people and eventually it exploded as the Revolt of 1857. It was a massive and widespread rebellion against the British rule in India. It was an extremely powerful revolt that had spread over the northern and central parts of India. The Indians lost in this revolt. However, if they had won, the revolt of 1857 would surely have marked itself as the beginning of the end of British imperialism on Indian soil. The Indian rulers were unhappy with the British East India Company's system of expansion. Lord Dalhousie's policy of doctrine of lapse was something the Indian rulers resented the most. According to the policy of doctrine of lapse, those Indian kingdoms in which the rulers died without a natural male heir would come under the power of the British. The states of Jhansi, Nagpur and Satara were brought under the British control through this unfair policy. Lord Dalhousie also ignored the rights of Nana Sahib, the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II. Nana Sahib was not recognized as the legal heir of Peshwa Bajirao II. He was refused the pension that his father had been getting from the British. This situation made Nana Sahib one of the main leaders of the revolt. Another political cause of the revolt of 1857 was the interference of Lord Dalhousie in the internal affairs of the states that had entered into the subsidiary alliance with the British. Dalhousie found fault with the administration of these states and declared their rulers incompetent. Awadh was brought under British control on the pretext of imperfect administration. The people of Awadh got angry because this state had been an ally of the British. The Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar also had to face humiliation from the British. He was made a British pensioner and his successors were not allowed to use their royal titles. They were also forced to move to the outskirts of Delhi. The pension of the Mughal emperor was also drastically reduced. The treaties that the British had signed with the Indian kings were now neglected by the British. They broke those peace agreements and occupied territories. This kind of despotism made the Indian kings feel very insecure. In many regions of India, the revolt was led by rulers who had lost their kingdoms to the British. Once an Indian state was annexed by the British, the army was disbanded. All the soldiers lost their jobs and their income. They were forced to live in poverty. The Indian soldiers began hating the British, and the common people also shared this same hatred for British imperialism in the country. Check out the description box for the notes. Look into the playlist for all my history related videos. Part 2 of the Revolt of 1857 will be uploaded soon. Leave a comment in case you have any question. Consider subscribing if you are visiting my channel for the first time. Meet you again very soon. Bye.